Hey guys, we got some exciting things going on. I'm just trying to see if anyone else jumps on. I don't know. I know it's late. In Virginia, it's 10:25 right now. If you're watching, say hi, because I'm not sure. I can't really see who's watching. It doesn't show me that. As you probably know, I've only gone live like once, maybe twice. I don't know. So if you're watching, I guess type something so that way I know who's watching. Say hi, where you're at, what time it is. I'm in Virginia. It's 10:26 right now. Drinking some wine. Just got some exciting news with Viana Care, so that's awesome. Can you guys hear me? So if you can hear me, just go ahead and say hi and say where you're watching from. That way I can see who's watching. Otherwise, it's kind of weird. It's kind of stalkerish, right? Like you're jumping on here on a web camera. You have no idea who's watching you, but you see people are jumping on. But yeah, it's kind of creepy a little bit. Thanks, YouTube. There should be some parameters, okay? We all have some guidelines. So far, I don't see anything typing. Not really sure how this is working. So let me see if I can do anything. News, comments, customization. Yeah, so this doesn't really show me who's watching, who's chatting. I have literal zero clue what is going on here. Okay, so it just says I'm the only participant. So am I the only participant because I'm the only one who has typed in the chat? Has anyone typed anything? Like, I don't even know. Well, really not sure what to do. Okay, well, anyways, I have no idea who's watching. There's a few of you guys on here. I don't know if the chat's not working, but I'm typing, but I don't see any responses or typing. So I have no clue what's going on, or if it's anything happening on YouTube's and my end. God only knows. But I'm just going to go ahead and live stream this, obviously, with some great information. I also created a post, which I've never done before. So I created a post, and it shared a link to the video interview that I did with Viana Care. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, if you haven't watched all my previous videos and there's more you want to know about me, this is a short interview, but it's about a 15-minute interview that I kind of open up a little bit about my life, my coming out story, what I do for work, how I got involved in DIY and the DIY community and things like that. So if that all sounds interesting to you, then you can check out my post that I had linked to Vianacare's video to, or you can go to Vianacare's website. You can go to Vianacare's social media on Instagram, Vianacare Global on Facebook. So you have a lot of different options to catch the interview. I will also leave a link to that interview with Vianacare in the descriptions in this live stream, I guess. I don't know. Oh, hey guys. Okay, so you guys are the, Nick and Alex, you guys are the only ones that I have seen comment, and there's a few other people watching, so I have no idea. But if anyone is curious about the interview, again, it's all linked under Instagram, Vianacare Instagram, Vianacare Global Facebook page. There's links in a post in my YouTube videos and posts. There's going to be a link linked into the description somewhere, not sure where it's going to be. But Vianacare wanted to do something special. I had just got back from Palm Springs, so I was in Palm Springs for just 2 quick days. And if you don't know, Virginia is all the way across the country from Palm Springs, California. And good Lord, I'm jet lagged for days. Today was my first day back at work. I got back in yesterday. It was such a quick trip because I had such a late flight from Virginia. I worked all day on Thursday. Then I had about a 10 p.m. flight from Virginia to California. And I landed in California about 11:30 LA time. And then Eastern Standard Time to me was really like 11:30, 12:31. It was like 2:30 a.m. my time that my body felt like. So it had already been a really long day for me. And there was a lot of fiascos and drama between the airport and the understaffing of the rental car place and them not having a shuttle in some mess. And needless to say, I didn't end up getting to my hotel room until 2:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which by that point was about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time to me. So I had been up for a really long time. And then I got probably like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, and I got up in the morning, and then I went to the garage to get my rental car, and I had to drive an hour south, I think. Yeah, an hour south from LAX to go to Sage's house to go pick her up. So Sage Wellington, if you guys don't know her, she is another YouTuber here on YouTube. She has a great Instagram following, so go check out Sage Wellington there as well. She has her own business and a lot of things. So the whole point of this little weekend trip for Vianacare was the Vianacare Ambassador trip. And that was essentially for she and I to get to know each other, because there's going to be a lot of collaborations happening coming in the future. So that was kind of like the cat out of the bag thing for us to do. So that weekend trip was essentially Sage and I getting to know each other, hang out, and vlog the entire weekend of just us hanging out, getting to know each other, and do everything. So that was so much fun. It was so awesome getting to know Sage. She's such an awesome person. She's so sweet. She's so fun. Gorgeous also, by the way. And we had such a great time. I just wish that it could have been longer. Should have had a few more days because 2 days to travel cross country into different time zones is a lot. So on my return flight, I ended up having a red-eye flight home on Sunday. So landed Thursday, technically Friday morning. So really, the only full day we had was Saturday because I didn't get to Palm Springs until almost 5 o'clock Friday evening. So we only had essentially Friday night, all day Saturday, and then we had to check out on Sunday morning. But my return flight home was Sunday midnight, and I only got a few hours of sleep on the airplane. I don't know if y'all can sleep on an airplane, but I can't. It's really hard. So it was a lot. It was a lot. That's a whirlwind trip. But there's going to be vlogging from her, vlogging from me, and there's probably going to be maybe a collab vlog with a compilation of she and I's videos, maybe on Vianacare's website. Not sure, but that may be something that's going to happen. So you guys have to stay tuned for that because that's going to be really exciting. We got a lot of really good footage for the 2 days that we were there together. But the whole point of this live stream was that Vianacare wanted to do something very special for not just me, but because I am one of their ambassadors, they wanted to do something that I kind of cared a lot about. And since June 1st was Pride Month, they wanted to do some type of collaboration. So what Vianacare has done is they have partnered with OutRIghtAction International to make a very, very gracious and generous donation to OutRIghtAction International. I'm just going to call them Outright or OutRight International for short. But Vianacare is going to be making a donation at the end of June to OutRight International. And that's pretty amazing because they're going to be matching dollar for dollar every donation, which, I mean, you guys, let's be real. There's not a lot of companies that are going to do something special for one of their people or ambassadors, and they're going to make a donation dollar for dollar. So that's really incredible. And I'm really feeling that. Like, that is, like, it's beyond words. Like, that's so crazy. Like, I've only been, ordering from Vianacare for maybe the last 2 years. I became an ambassador with them. I was an affiliate with them as of last year. And the fact that they wanted to do something special like that for me, it really, really touches me in a very special place. And that should touch a lot of people because a lot of companies don't do things like that. So I was using a hashtag Vianacares. So hashtag Vianacares because they actually do care. They care about me and they care about, all of their customers. They do a lot. And it goes far and beyond behind the scenes than anyone really knows. So I'm super excited that we have partnered up with OutRight International. OutRight International is an organization that we kind of decided on together. There's obviously a bunch of organizations that, do a lot of LGBT, like donations and campaigning and helping. But the one thing that stood out that I was like, yo, we're headstrong about this is OutRight International is one of the only US-based organizations that has a reach that's farther beyond the United States. It's actually an international, global organization, and they're one of the only organizations that partners with the LGBT community that has a presence in the United Nations, the only one. So that was one thing that really stood out that I was like, yo, we have to do this. It's just one of the best organizations that I feel like can make the biggest impact because they will partner with not only local, but just like local regional organizations that reach out to their LGBT communities. And the fact that they have that presence in the United Nations, I feel is going to make a bigger and a broader impact, which was very important to me. So that's how we came up with OutRight International as the benefactor of the donation that we are going to be donating to at the end of Pride Month. So that's very exciting. And that's what I really wanted to kind of jump on here to explain to you guys that I think it's so amazing. It's so incredible. Hey, DJ, what's up? You'll probably catch the live stream, I'm sure, DJ. But what I was saying is that, Vianacare is doing their, oh, and you watched their video on Vianacare's channel. So that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, hey, Jerry from New York. It's so great to have you here. But yeah, like I said, not a lot of companies will make donations like that with, just people that, I don't work for Vianacare, but, I'm an affiliate ambassador with them. And that's just one thing that they're doing that kind of goes above and beyond what many other companies do. So I think that says a lot about a company, and it says a lot about their character. It says a lot about how they feel and what they do for not only their customers, but the people that kind of work with them and for them. So y'all, I'm pumped. I am so pumped that it's beyond incredible. I'm gonna have links in the description somewhere on how you can donate. I personally have already made a donation through Vianacare's website because, again, they're going to be matching dollar for dollar everything. So let's try to get that donation up because, you don't have to be in the LGBT community to reap the benefits of that. I think that just in general, Pride Month is all about how people that are in that LGBTQI plus and however many other letters, it's just, you don't have to be part of that community to reap benefit. Everyone deserves human rights. Everyone. Basic human rights, I think, are essential, regardless of your religion, political beliefs. People deserve the same rights. And there's so many countries out there and so many places that you can be persecuted, jailed, stoned to death just for, liking the same sex. It just kind of is what it is. And I'm not trying to get political. I'm not trying to get religious, but I think, you like who you like, you love who you love. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And there's very many organizations and people out there that try to fight against that. But it's what you do behind closed doors is that's none of your business. Let it be the people that are behind that door. It's their business. It's not really anyone else's business. And what they do, is it really hurting you? Even if you're offended by it, it's not hurting you. It's not doing anything to you. So why does it matter that much? So that's why this is such a great organization to donate to. And that's why I'm really passionate about it. So yeah, I mean, that's what I really wanted to jump on here and say is that we are partnered up with OutRight International to make those donations, to match dollar for dollar, just kind of get the word out. So I'm going to be sharing this across my Instagram, my Facebook, obviously here, and hopefully it will make a big impact, and hopefully, they'll get a lot of donations, and hopefully it will go far. And that's just, it is what it is, right? So that's really what I wanted to say. But this whole vlogging trip, I've never really vlogged before. So one thing, a big takeaway to kind of jump off into another topic. My biggest takeaway from this trip of vlogging is you kind of got to step out of your comfort zone and stop caring what other people think, which I already should know that because, I've had hurdles. If you've watched my interview, or if you haven't, go watch the interview. That's going to tell you more about me and hurdles that I've had. But this is DJ. This is actually a Napa cab. I like my cabs dry and heavy. So my Cataline injections, are they showing results yet, or is it too soon? Yeah, so I have seen results, Jerry. I've seen results from my Cataline injections. So as you know, there's only been one or two videos posted. I can't even keep track right now, or three. I just filmed another video actually this morning, which I will be posting soon. I just got to do some editing to it. So that'll be happening this week. Now, the full course of treatment is going to be approximately 5 to 6, I believe, 5 to 6 treatments, or no, 4 to 5 treatments. Yeah, 4 to 5 treatments. There's 5 vials that come in the Cataline box. Each box is 3, 6. I think each vial is 6 ounces. It's either 6 or 8 milliliters. I can't exactly remember off the top of my head, but after a full course of treatment, it could take 4 to 6 weeks for you to see the results of the cumulative effect of that. So it is a cumulative result. Will you see results after 1 or 2? Maybe, maybe not. For me, since I didn't really have, if you watched that video, I'm assuming you did. I didn't have a whole lot of fat. Like I have literally this little tiny start of a spare tire happening. And the amount of it is probably this much, which is why I initially used a 6 millimeter mesoneedle syringe to do that. But I would say after 2 treatments is kind of when I saw results, like it happening. There was some swelling there for, I would say, the first week or so, and probably a little bit after, honestly. I just filmed, but I'll show you all right now. So what I filmed this morning, I still have surgical marker marks on me, so ignore that. But there's no way for me to really zoom in. But let me see what I did here. So this little amount here. So there's still some initial swelling coming from here. So this is just that tiny amount of area that I'm trying to get rid of. And already, even with it swollen, this is the amount, it's already decreased a significant amount from that. So even if I'm far away, whatever, but I'm trying to, so you can see where I've marked my skin, dots. These ring lights are messing me up, y'all. So you can see I have all these dots everywhere. So essentially, that is all the surgical marker dots. Oh, if I hadn't marked around it, you wouldn't really notice it. True. I know, we're all our own worst critics, and we all have little certain things that, bother us. And, no matter how much I work out, that little tiny area, it just doesn't go away. And I already know why. It's the wine. It's the wine. I don't have a perfect diet. By no means am I a perfect person at all. I don't have the best diet. So, not exercising as much, not eating the best diet, drinking the wine, all that helps accumulate sugar, increases that fat. So yeah, it ain't going nowhere, y'all. Yes, I'm on my own journey. That's all that matters. And as well, just like everyone else, we're all trying to do whatever we can to improve ourselves. But, we have to learn how to not be too critical, I think, also, because, that can also be the devil. That can be the enemy. We can't be too overly critical, I feel like, even though that's kind of hard because we kind of get stuck. It's kind of like when people tan or people do teeth whitening or, lip fillers. We kind of get used to seeing things a certain way. And then that's how we get overboard because we keep seeing it and that's all we see. So it's like with the lip fillers, it's like you do it, and you're like, oh, they can be bigger. And then next thing you know, you have Lisa Rinna lips. Mind you, she's a great person. But, or teeth whitening. You keep whitening. I used to actually kind of be addicted to teeth whitening. And I would do them all the time, just so frequently. It was like, they need to be whiter. They need to be whiter. And at the end of the day, they were as white as they could be. So we just kind of get too streamlined or too focused. Yeah, we can't get too obsessive because that'll go down the rabbit hole even further. How many weeks ago was the first Cataline treatment? So I've done 4. So it's been about 4 weeks, I want to say, since the first one. And that'll make more sense when I post this last video that I filmed this morning. I actually lost a vial of the Cataline, just because when I was filming and I was doing stuff, one of them actually knocked over and I lost all of that. So it's not the end of the world because I only planned on really doing 4 treatments anyway. So I'm just going to kind of since I did this last one this morning, I'm just going to wait to like maybe 4 weeks and I'll evaluate it then, and I'll have an update video for that. But I think I'm only going to need 4. Hopefully I only need 4. I mean, I really don't want to spend money and get more Cataline, but I will if I obviously have to. How many weeks ago? Hold on. Let me just finish and find, where was this first one? Okay, so my first Cataline treatment was on May 4th. So that was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so exactly 4 weeks ago. Yes, great that I'm addressing it so early. Yeah, I mean, if anything gets too out of hand, I'm a very firm believer it's much easier to prevent than it is to correct. It's like once you have to start correcting, it's going to take more than what it would need to prevent. Now, obviously, prevention would be, dieting all the time and exercising all the time and not drinking the wine. And I don't want to do that. So I do want to live my life happily. And living in a gym and not forever. Now, I don't really know about forever because I personally don't believe everything's forever. But essentially what the product is doing is destroying those fat cells that are there that have been created. So yes, though the ones that have been destroyed are going to be gone forever. Can you build new fat? Yes, you can build new fat. So those layers of fat will build up over time, depending on diet, exercise, what your body's burning off. So you can redevelop new fat cells, but the ones that were built up in that layer that you dissolved, they're going to be gone forever. Now, when things start to build up, I have heard people say, and this is not a concern for me, and hope like it shouldn't be for really anybody, but the surrounding fat cells could potentially get a little bit larger than what they initially were. That's just what I have heard. But even if somebody gets lipo in a surgical office, like people will get fat redistribution. Like once you remove all that fat, the different areas of the body will accumulate more fat. So that sounds more concerning to me than, just dissolving this little amount. So yes, Jerry, we do. We have to enjoy life. Absolutely. Yes, we absolutely do. So what have I read? I'm not a doctor. I'm not, definitely not someone super deep in the medical community, but I don't think your shape will be off per se. I have heard somewhere, either I read it somewhere or I watched it on another video that, it's really only a concern if you're like gaining like 20 to 30 additional pounds. Like maybe, it's not a definite, but maybe if I did this and then I went and gained like 30 pounds, would I notice a difference? It's possible, but it says maybe I might. So I don't know. And, I really don't anticipate myself gaining 20 to 30 pounds. I mean, it's very hard for me to gain weight in general, but not aside from me, just anyone in general. I feel like it's really, really hard for people to fluctuate from 20 to a 30 pound weight. So I don't think it's that much of a concern if they're gaining, 20 to 30 pounds, or unless they plan on gaining 20 to 30 pounds. But, if somebody, here's a good example. If someone is bulking, if someone is working out and they're trying to like really get really buff, really big, and they are like downing protein shakes and they are, consuming like 5,000 food calories a day. A lot of times what those bodybuilders will do is they'll consume those 5,000 food calories, they'll consume all the protein shakes, and they'll just keep bulking. And those people will gain, probably about 20, 25 pounds maybe. And then they will shred. So they'll bulk and then they'll shred. So during the bulking process, I imagine if someone had used a fat dissolver, then that 20-ish pounds that they gained after that, their body may it might possibly look a little bit off because that's a lot of extra weight to gain in such a small amount of time because it's usually only for a season that someone's bulking. So they may potentially have a little bit of oddness to their shape of their body, but then they're going to shred it and they're going to lose it. So again, even if they did have a little bit of an odd shape, maybe, then it wouldn't really matter because it's just going to go away again. So, you know, there's always a push and pull or a give and take. You know, there's always going to be a negative and a positive to everything. But for me, I mean, I'm not concerned about what that little bit is going to look like if I gain 20 to 30 pounds, because by that point, like, I'll be 40 this year. So it might take me 20 more years to gain 20 pounds, maybe. I don't know. That'll be 60 and I probably won't even care. Who knows? Yes, Jerry. Okay, yes. Off is the wrong word. Basically, you'd gain weight without that little pooch, so that's not such a bad thing. Absolutely, yeah. So I would still gain weight, but it just wouldn't accumulate there. Yeah, so that's a better way to put it. Yes. Yes, I really was so excited about sharing all of this. Yeah, I really was. And by the way, this was only a half of a glass of wine. It was not even full, in case anyone's curious or judging. Because I had some Mexican for dinner, and I was actually in the middle of, before I went live on this, editing the vlogging video weekend in Palm Springs with Sage. So I was in the middle of editing that when I saw Vianacare launched the interview video with me. And the only reason I knew that the Vianacare video was launched was because DJ, you had commented on my channel or on their video, I forget, but I saw that you had commented somewhere that you just watched my interview video. And I was like, oh, wait, they launched it already? Because it was just last night, actually, we were finalizing everything for that video, like sending them pictures and I was viewing it. And yeah, so it was just last night that we actually, you know, went over some things and they were going to finalize it. So it was a big surprise that it actually launched today. DJ, can this help with I think it's gynomastia, gynomastiacoma, I want to say gynomastia. So I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm willing to bet that it's not, only because I think gynomastia is not necessarily all fat. There might be a little bit of muscle involved in that. I'm not exactly sure. I do know a couple of people who have had gynomastia surgery, and I forget exactly what they said, but they underwent a surgical procedure. So I'm assuming that the Cataline or any type of fat contouring serum, fat dissolving serum is not going to help with that. Otherwise, I feel like these people that have had gynomastia surgery would have undergone that instead, or it would have been a recommendation other than surgery. So to my knowledge, the only thing that can help with gynomastia is surgery. I don't even know how much a surgery like that costs. I want to say it's probably not as expensive as you would think. Jerry, I thought you were 33. Thank you. I put a lot of stuff in my face. There's not any filler in my face. The only time I put filler in my face is I did put a tiny bit. It's not even honestly enough to even really to consider that I did it. It was literally just a couple dots of filler to kind of see what would happen. The only time I really mostly do filler is in my lips, and I usually only do that once a year. So just a once a year thing for me. And it's usually just a tiny amount, maybe half of a syringe. So it's really not much. But one of the things that I do have on my list of things I will either professionally get done, or I have wine on my lips, or that I'm reading through not currently, but I have a thick medical journal. It's like this that it's available on Amazon. I want to say it was a little over $300, and it's a very thick medical journal on safe injection practices for dermal fillers and things like that. I have that book that I purchased, so I'm going to be looking over that and through that. Cheek filler and facial filler is the next thing that has been piquing my interest that I really kind of want to try. I just haven't decided if I'm going to do it myself yet, or if I'm going to get someone professional to do it first, so I can kind of, navigate my way through their hands and needles first before I do it to myself, which I may end up doing. That way I can know of a feeling, and I can, kind of monitor what they're doing and see what they're doing. I'm a big advocate for, yes, DIY, but also being more prepared and, having something done first to kind of see how it goes. That way, if there's any irritation or anything like that, you'll know that it's normal. So that way you know firsthand what to expect. So I may end up getting it done professionally first, and then in the future do it on myself. Not doing filler is why. Yeah, but you can still do filler and look very natural. It just really depends on the amount that it's done and how it's done. I think the problem with people overdoing filler, I feel like it's kind of in that same scenario of, oh, I'm going to keep whitening my teeth, get them whiter, or, oh, my lips, I can get them a little bit bigger, or, oh, I'm tan, I'm going to keep tanning until you're as tan as you can be, but you don't see it. And I think the same thing happens with cheek filler and things like that. We just get so used to seeing things, or fixated on seeing things a certain way, that we don't notice the change, so we do more. So you can still look very natural getting filler, just, gotta do some small amounts. Yes, Dr. Emmer really does a great job with male face sculpting. Yeah, I mean, if I were in not New York, if I were in California, I would totally go see him just to, have the experience of having filler done. Yeah, he does a great job. Yeah. Oh, so the problem is like when you go in just for a light filler and you end up filling up everything. Yeah, that can tend to happen, and I feel like some doctors will push or over push procedures that don't need to be done, or they'll make recommendations on things that they think they should be done, but that you have not been considering. And depending on the person, that might be a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I have a client in the salon who she was getting her Botox done by this plastic surgeon, and he started offering, here's what I think we could do this, and here's what I think we could do here. And she stopped going to see this doctor because she was like, I was there for just to get Botox, and I wasn't going in for these other procedures. And he made me feel really bad about myself because those are things that I never wanted and I never even considered getting. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Like, maybe not everyone wants to hear that. However, if it were me, yeah, I would want someone to make suggestions, be like, hey, here's what I think we could do, next time or in the future. Here's some things that I think we could do that we could tweak and blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's so good. I never even thought about that. So, we're all different. We all have a different mindset. So, yeah, Jerry, never did too much filler on any one place. Absolutely. So Sage just messaged me and said my live stream is up to 37 minutes. I wonder if she's watching. Sage, are you watching? So I have no idea if Sage is watching or not. And also is 30. So we're up to like 40 minutes now of this live stream. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Is that a bad thing? Does that help the algorithm? Because I'm trying to boost this algorithm, y'all. And I also have to boost my my watch hours. So if you guys really want to help, so I just learned this over the weekend. Sage had showed me this. I can actually go onto my YouTube, and I still need about 200 or so watch hours because YouTube has this thing where you have to have, above a certain amount of watch hours within a 12-month period. That way you can monetize. So if you really want to, you can go to your YouTube channel and you can click on or you can find my name or find my channel, and you can go to videos and click on watch all, and then you just let those run. Just let it run. You can put it on mute. Doesn't even matter. And if you guys do that, that would be awesome. That way I can break that threshold, because it's literally, I think it's like 200 more hours I need to get over that threshold. So that way we can actually start monetizing. And then once I can start monetizing, that's going to allow my channel to grow a lot bigger. So that way it can get larger and broader. Yeah, because that's the whole goal of starting a YouTube channel, right? So yes, if you guys could just go to the videos and just click watch all and just even mute it and just let it run in the background. Like, you don't even got to watch them. I mean, I hope you've already watched them, but that would really help boost that watch hour algorithm. So that would be beneficial, and I would really appreciate it. Jerry, yeah, so you had all that stuff done. Yeah, I feel like if you just do a little bit at a time, that will actually help for it to be less noticeable. I personally don't want anything that's super drastic. That's gonna be like, oh, whoa, what did you do? Like, I don't want to look like a completely different person, but I also want to do things slowly and regularly, so that way people aren't like, whoa. Like, obviously when you do your lips, or even your cheeks, if you do your cheeks, sometimes people won't even know, but if you do your lips, and just do it subtly over time, like, nobody usually even notice. It's just one day they'll look back at pictures and be like, whoa, you did something. Like, 3 years ago, your lips were this size, and now they're like this size, So it's over time when you do little things. That's why I believe that, if we start fine tuning and tweaking things now, it's just less we have to do later. Oh, so when Sage was talking about, it's up 37 minutes, I literally thought she was talking about my live stream, but she was talking about she's editing her vlogging of our weekend this past weekend in Palm Springs, and her video is 37 minutes. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Yes, if you go watch them, even though you've seen a couple, yeah, if you go watch the videos, that'd be I'd be really appreciative, because it really needs to break that threshold in order for it to jump that 200-hour hurdle. So that way like, my videos will come up more, my name will be more searchable. There's like a lot of good things that happen once you break that threshold with YouTube. Like, you have to have over 1,000 subscribers, which I clearly have now. But you still have other, I guess, factors that you have to break before they will, set you out on your own. So yeah, when I compiled my my vlogging trip, it was over an hour. I was like, oh, this is gonna be a lot of editing, because ain't nobody gonna watch over an hour. That's a movie, y'all. We have literal over a movie's time worth of just vlogging from everything that we did over the course of 2 days in Palm Springs. Oh, and Sage's vlog is up. So if you guys get bored, you could also watch Sage's vlog on, I don't know if she put it on YouTube or if she put it on her Instagram, but Sage Wellington, that's SAIGE Wellington. She has her channel here on YouTube, and then that's also, I believe that's also her Instagram name. So her vlog is up somewhere of our trip together. So if you're bored, you can also go watch that. Oh, speak of the devil. Well, or speak of the angel. Hey, Sage. So yeah, you guys can go watch her vlog now. Sage, yes, it's on YouTube. Okay, perfect. So, after I end this live stream, you guys, if you want to see some of our excursion from the weekend, you can go watch her vlog because she's already edited and put it up. Sage, you're so fast, dude. Like, that was so quick. Yesterday, I ended up coming home and taking a nap after my flight, after I picked up my dog and everything. And I slept for an hour. And then I, unpacked, did laundry, did some cleaning. And I was like, I'm going to go to bed so early. Next thing I know, I couldn't even go to sleep. I didn't even go to bed till 12:30 in the morning. It was so crazy. And then I got up this morning and I was like, oh, I'm going to get so much done. No, I drank coffee. And then 25 or 30 minutes before I'm supposed to get ready for work, I'm like, oh, I'm going to film my Cataline video. So then I'm filming my Cataline video and I'm like, oh my God, I literally have 10 minutes to jump in the shower, change for work, and then jump out the door. So I had 10 minutes to get ready this morning, y'all. Oh, Jerry, you watched Sage's hairline video. That's when she was microneedling with the hair regrowth stem cells. Yes. Yes, definitely subscribe to her. Yes, absolutely. She's got some awesome Cataline videos as well. Yeah, she has not just Cataline videos, but she has a lot of awesome videos. She has a lot of great videos using the hyaluron pen. She's also a hyaluron pen technician, so that's awesome. So she has lots and lots of great content for you guys as well. Yes, it's the L-Dermafil. The only L-Dermafil that I have used was it's a PDRN L-Dermafil, and I've used that before, and I really liked it. I haven't used it in quite some time, though. It's been years since I've used an L-Dermafil product. Yes, Sage, I'm gonna have to watch your blogging video because I was in the process, like I told you earlier, I was in the process of starting to edit it. Like I had uploaded it to my computer, and then I'm kind of watching through it, and I'm trying to watch through it to decide what things I want to cut or shorten, because I have I want to say it's over an hour and a half or almost close to 2 hours of just raw footage. So obviously that needs to be cut down substantially. Yes, girl, you got to get the wine. I also had a margarita tonight with my Mexican dinner because I was like, I really need another margarita. So I did. But yeah, I was in the process of doing that. And then, so DJ is he's one of my subscribers. He had commented, I forget where, either on my channel or Vianacare's channel. Yes, champagne. I actually do have Prosecco in the fridge. But he had commented on either my channel or Vianacare's channel about watching the interview video. So I don't know if you know, but Vianacare just launched our interview video, which is, I don't know if you can even see that in the descriptions or the thumbnail that's here. I have no idea. But yeah, I was like, oh God, they launched it. So I immediately stopped editing the footage to create a post, and I'm going to go onto Facebook and Instagram and put something in the stories and a post about the interview and the donation that Vianacare is going to be offering. So I stopped editing the footage. I'll probably do a little bit more of that tonight and some tomorrow and into tomorrow evening. So I'll be posting my vlog video either tomorrow night or Thursday morning, because this coming weekend, I'm going to be not out of town, but a little out of town. Our salon is going to be going on a work bonding, team building type of thing. So we've rented a pontoon boat. We have We're staying at this resort. I forget even what it's called, but we're staying at a resort on the water. And we're going to have a pontoon boat. So we're going to be drinking, boating, eating, and just the whole team just hanging out, getting together. So that's what we're doing this weekend. So I'm going to be out of town kind of this weekend too. So I need to get that vlog edited and posted before that. Oh, Jerry, that's so sweet of you to say. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what it is. There's a lot of companies that love people that are just kind of like newer to YouTube. Like, I'm obviously like super, super new to YouTube. Sage is, she's got a huge following, and that's amazing. But yeah, I'm like super new. I'm like barely even an eggshell. Like, I'm just the thought of a chicken and an egg. I'm like just the thought process of the baby being born. You still feel pretty new. Yeah, but a lot of companies like newer YouTubers and things like that because they want to see them, I guess, grow. It's kind of like when you nurture something, like you get this cute little plant and it's a seedling and you plant it and you're trying to take care of it and do all these things to like make it grow. Like, what is it going to turn into? Like, is it going to get big? Is it going to stay small? Like, we don't know. We're just going to like put all this stuff into it and see what happens and hope that it turns out amazing. And that's what I think some of these companies like to do. Y'all, like, why are my lips staining so bad? Like, this is literally half of a glass. Ugh, it's so annoying. But that's what I think that these companies like to do is they, like, some of them do want these mass, huge, gigantic followings, which they should. I get it, because they need the following, because the bigger the following, the bigger the influence, the broader the reach, the more the money. I get it. But then there's also some companies that are like, hey, that's not what we're about. That's not all of what we're about, and that's not everything we care about. So I thought that was something kind of cool that Vianacare was doing, is that, they kind of cut ties with a lot of their affiliates and influencers and everything like that, and YouTubers, because they wanted, why can't I even think of the word? Like, just straight up, they just wanted someone like just loyalty. They wanted people only like kind of working with them, which you could take it as a good thing or you can take it as a bad thing. But I think in the real world, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I can't work at my salon and go work at another salon. It's, it's competition. And some businesses will have a non-compete agreement for, businesses. Like, I can't go work at an Ulta and a Sephora. You couldn't do that. Because they're conflicting, they're competition, and you can't be an attorney and work at this law firm and then work at this other law firm. There's a lot of no competes out there. It's not just in law world, but it's in the beauty industry. It's in most industries, actually. So I was kind of actually shook a little bit, because I'm surprised that it took this long for something like that to happen. And you guys, like, you got to understand, like, that Vianacare is a great company. They're a distributor, but it's not all about the money with them. Obviously, because they took a big hit by not having all of these different, YouTubers or influencers or affiliates or whatever you want to call them. They took a big loss for that. So they're not all about just the money. And I understand there's going to be people upset and hurt by that. By not working for them or because of what they did. But I personally and honestly, I don't think it was not anything personal. They just wanted that commitment. I mean, yes, Sherry, you get both sides of it. Absolutely. Oh, DJ, you're back. Oh no, I'm back. The live has been running for 54 minutes. So I don't know if something was wrong with the internet or. Yeah, but my live had not stopped running. I'm kind of shocked that it's actually been 54 minutes, to be quite honest. But yeah, there's no hard feelings to anybody, and it was a business decision that they made, and yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful and I'm very appreciative and I'm very thankful that Viana Care has decided to keep me on as an affiliate and to keep Sage on as an affiliate, or not really an affiliate, but an ambassador. And so Sage and I are the two ambassadors for Viana Care. So yeah, that was so exciting that they even, wanted us to stay on, sent us on this gorgeous trip to hang out and get to know each other. And just to bond and get ideas from each other. And yeah, it was a super helpful, beneficial, and amazing trip. Yes, I'm beyond grateful. And hopefully there's going to be more trips to come. So good Lord, I can't wait. I can't wait to see how big this plant blossoms into because, we were just a seedlings that they're just now planting. So now they just need to give us all the fertilizer and everything. Yes, we did bond. Yeah, so hopefully we can get together again because we really did have such an amazing time. And I'm just really mostly sad that we really only had that one full entire day there. And then we spent, most of the second day in the car on our way back and over the Pacific Coast Highway, which was beautiful and amazing. So yeah, we spent one entire day in Palm Springs and our next day in a car. Yes, Palm Springs was awesome, Jerry. Yeah, it was definitely awesome. So yeah, so the live is now at 56 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that off because, I still need to do some editing from the vlog from this weekend. I still have to, well, I was like, no, did I wash my face? Yes, I've already washed my face and I've already done the things I need to do. So I need to do some editing. I will more than likely drink another half glass of wine. So I will have one total glass of wine. And yeah, and then I'm going to get ready for bed because I want to get up early so I'm probably going to film another video because I have some Miracle L, I think. Either Miracle L or Miracle H. I think it's Miracle L. So tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to be filming some Miracle L, and that'll be more than likely posted later this week. And I'm going to try to get all that done before I go to work tomorrow afternoon. So lots of things. There's never a dull moment. I'm like literally trying to do something all the time. So yeah, thank you guys so much for jumping on here. Like I said, there's going to be links and descriptions, I guess, at the end of this that I can add for if anyone wants to go to Vianacare's website to make donations to OutRight International organization so they can match dollar for dollar the donation. And even if not, it doesn't matter. But I do appreciate you guys jumping on here and tuning in, liking and subscribing to my channel, and definitely like and subscribe to Sage's channel, as well as her social media. So that would be appreciative as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I will hopefully do more lives in the future. And maybe I can set up some kind of a schedule where I will do a live, every so often or a certain day or a certain time of the month. I think that would be a great way to connect with you all. So if that's something you like, definitely let me know. Reach out in my comments or whatever. My email is also attached to my info in my YouTube channel info, description, something. Either way, y'all probably know where to find it because I don't. I'm still learning this. But my email is in there, so if you need to reach out, definitely, please don't hesitate. Reach out. It's all good. So thank you again, guys. I'm so appreciative of all. Love you all. And I will catch you guys soon. So stay healthy and be well. Bye, guys.